after the High Court's Friday 20th September 2024 judgment that declared the National Government Constituencies Development Fund NG-CDF Act of 2015 unconstitutional, with an order for the fund to cease operations at midnight on June 30th, 2026.
Clerk, we have quorum. Proceed.
Members of the National Assembly on Tuesday, September 24th, 2024 afternoon sitting debated the verdict and its potential implications at length.
CDF is an equalizer of development in this country. There are sections of this country who have been left behind, but CDF has brought them to be equal to other areas. Mr. Speaker, this fund is audited by 6 institutions. So therefore, when they say there is theft, I think it's a very wrong notion.
If there is one fund that there is accountability for, it is NG-CDF. NG-CDF goes to the constituency with an AIE, with what it is supposed to do, and the money follows that AIE. And so even when auditors come to the ground, Mr. Speaker, they have to go and see whether that classroom has been built. They have to go and see whether that police station has been built. They have to see whether that child has gotten bursary. And that is the truth on the ground, Mr. Speaker.
Without CDF, 3/4 of the children of Marsabit today are not going to school. If no CDF, there will not be enough school in the pastoralist areas. But what the MPs have done is to think around, to think out of the box, to allow the people to settle and to allow schools to be put up. Education is the greatest equalizer.
Hii pesa ya CDF, NG-CDF, ndio pesa ikitolewa hakuna ubabe. Kila eneo bunge limepata pesa yake, wanajipangia wale kulingana na sheria inasema. Hii pesa ikiletwa hapa national government, sisi itakuwa kwenda mbio, maeneo bunge mengine itabakishwa nyuma zaidi, tutatengwa zaidi. Kama haya ambao upande mwingine mbinu ya mambo yote ya serikali inafaa iende kama hivi inavyoenda NG-CDF.
NG-CDF has been a critical stepping stone for needy learners across the country to access education through the provision of bursaries, as well as the transformation of schools' infrastructure, the construction, upgrade and maintenance of security and administrative installations, among other critical community empowerment projects through the kitty.
When the members of parliament are elected here, or the framers of the current constitution, Mr. Speaker, some of the functions have been devolved. After this, you will hear provincial administration is illegal because NCDF only covers education and national security. Are those 2 functions, Mr. Speaker, county functions? They are not county functions. These are national functions. So, colleagues,
NG-CDF is a fund under the national government, and the national government can be able to spend that money as provided by the Constitution. Second, Madam Speaker, I noted one of the key drivers of NCDF and success level is because 90% of the fund goes to development, things and tangible things which benefit the common person.
In their judgment, the High Court judges had alluded that NG-CDF undermines devolution and violates the doctrine of separation of powers, a finding members of the National Assembly argue should not go unchallenged.
I have no problem with separation of powers as espoused by Montesquieu many years back. But Montesquieu does not come from my village Kolo in Rusinga Island. He does not know what people go through. That is a very good concept, that something good is finally coming out of Africa, which is the issue of NG-CDF.
For the avoidance of doubt, Madam Speaker, we have already agreed that we will appeal that decision. The good thing is that after declaring the act unconstitutional, the court did a suspension of the declaration of invalidity for 2 years. That is enough time for us to prosecute a number of things. It is enough time for us to prosecute the appeal.
I want to urge our honorable members, Honorable Speaker, that we make sure this important fund is entrenched in the Constitution, and this House has the power to do that.
Ladies and gentlemen, honorable members, the boys in our court, can we do that as soon as possible?
Let's put our heads together. Let's get a good law. Let's not blame everyone else apart from ourselves. It's us to blame. We are the lawmakers. Madam Speaker, I support and I hope that we can soon do this to ensure that the CDF is entrenched right inside the Constitution.
Sometime next week, I'll avail you a kamkunji to ventilate on the matter, and I want to tell the gracious lady members of constituency county constituencies that ukiona cha mwenzako kinanyolewa chako